This is Dash Cohen. From the outside, he may seem like any other student at Montessori Middle School. You can find him busy at work amongst his fellow 7th and 8th graders in Community 6. And like any other student, he clocks in for the day, first stopping at his locker and talking to his best friends before class starts. But he can prove to be so much more than that, more of who he is in reference to his peers. He guides others in their work as he is always one of the first to finish his own duties. He doesn't really mind helping others when he is free to do so. And he's an incredibly studious kid, focusing on the finer details when lessons are given to him and truly enveloping himself in his love for learning. He always works diligently on his own projects, seeking help when needed, always showing the best of his own efforts, even when the material is challenging. But outside the classroom, he has a whole new side to him. He is incredibly social, always finding a way to match the energy in the moment with his peers. And even here, he is hardworking. He trains multiple times a week with his team. As a cross-country athlete, he is motivated to impress his coaches and his peers. But even with all this effort, there is much to worry about. A final race day arrives where Dash and his team show excitement to hide the nerves they face. They smile to cheer on the girls run their race as they wait for theirs to follow. The wonder in Dash's eyes is unmatched. All he can do as he waits for the big moment is to enjoy the time he has with his peers and think about what he needs to do. As the time approaches, many worries fly around his head, but they must all be cast aside once it's time to go. They queue up for the race, and they're off. Dash battles with the 2.5-mile trail, knowing the time he contributes to the team needs to be fast enough to help them compete for the trophy. He fights, lunging his legs as far as they can take him, and uses the endurance he's built up to push himself as far as he can forward. But even with his best efforts, uncertainty lays on his face. The team sits in anticipation as the scores are tallied, and a face of disbelief strikes Dash as he looks back towards his coach. Lakewood scores amazingly in their final race. The girls win second place trophy, and the boys are soon to follow in this pursuit as well. Dash poses with the rest of his team, both trophies in the hands of Lakewood. It may not be first place, but these trophies show off the effort each runner contributed as a whole. And for Dash, it means a lot. His hard work as a student, as a racer, and as a friend are all things worth merit. And together with the rest of the team, they are wonderful things to celebrate. And equally so for his class. His presence in the school is something I've truly had the pleasure to both be a witness of and be able to document. Words truly cannot express how great it was to run along with Dash Cohen.